Welcome to the meditation practice. Allow the mind to find stillness in natural observation of relaxation as it flows through the body with your purposeful intention. Utilize the mind's influence in enhancement. Soften the facial structure. Adjust posture when needed, thereby the weight shall be evenly distributed across the spine and down the sitting bones without effort. And when appropriate, choose a hand to breathe alternately by closing one nostril at a time for a few moments. Thus bring symmetry within as one moves the mind from the external to the internal. And as you breathe, visualize the life essence that is being utilized through the body, expanding around each cell. Thereby the entire body finds a natural hue via its energetic body. Sense the body grounded naturally with Mother Nature. Yet like a flower in full bloom, imagine through the torso upwards into the crown, the life force expands outwardly. The shoulders finds comfort in relaxation as you continue the simple alternate rhythm in breathing. Naturally, be relaxed with purposeful intention through the mind and encourage the inner essence to find you with clarity as it designs your thoughts to your advantage in positive upliftment. Continue working effortlessly with the alternate rhythm of the breath from one nostril to the other. But as you do, allow the breath to find freedom through the lungs, meaning one does not hurry the breath. Rather, we allow the exchange to find each section of the lungs with the greatest of ease. But as you work with the breath, find comfort in balanced inhalation and exhalation. Just as the moon finds its different cycles, so too does the mind's influence upon the brain and the human aspect of your daily routine. Whatever timeline that exists at this precise moment during this practice, for you, be empowered in the knowledge that you are connected to the source of all creation without limitation. And once you find your way back to that right side for completion of exhalation, then release the palm and place one with ease upon the heart, one upon the belly. And as you go with him, imagine you're hearing the sound of your own breath brushing across the upper lip as you breathe in and out. Perhaps one may feel the breath in exchange. Thereby one can sense that the inhalation is cooler than that exhalation. Continue to encourage freedom to flow through the inner essence. It's as if during this practice You're purposefully allowing yourself to relax, to let go, to detach from anything prior to this moment that has or is causing you any form of distraction, discomfort, misalignment, or distress. It's as if you're choosing to go within your inner sanctum now, where nothing shall find you that is in any way distracting. Rather, you are choosing to connect purposefully to your entire being. Purposely choosing to connect to your entire being. And when one speaks of the entire being, one extends beyond the human construct of space and time and association. Rather, one is seeking the essence of the essence. Let's say you were to travel around the planet and to notice all of the creations that have flourished over the generations, which is now finding maturity. And if one was to trace back its origin, you would find that its origin did not happen accidentally. Somewhere along the way, an intelligence activated what one may today call the DNA profile into illumination and awakening. Thus it began to replicate itself. Thus we have a variety of flora and fauna along this planet. Let's say one was to gaze up into the celestial stars, and one was to seek the essence. One would find the same. The celestial stars did not occur accidentally. If this universe exists, then somewhere in the timeline of existence there must have been a trigger. Whatever species that exists on this planet that we call our home at this precise moment did not find a unique DNA blueprint accidentally. And if one believes in the concept of evolution, then one must also accept the fact that there is an intelligence behind evolution. Without the divine intelligence, the refinement would not have been designed uniquely. Just as if one was to look at the web of a spider and one was to review the different designs or the honeycomb on the bee and so on, you would find there's an intelligence that is precise in replication that flows through that insect by instinct without education. Now, imagine if you chose to allow yourself to find the thread of life that instigated your being at this precise moment, and you were to extend beyond this human limitation that you may consider linear timeline. What if you found the thread that awoke within you your original self prior to this human birth? Imagine. Now, one should not accept a theory blindly. Meditation, in its purest form, is a practice that one seeks to find the thread and to merge within the essence of the Creator itself. That is why it's called meditation, metanoia, to find one's center. Just as if you chose to review the human construct of individuality, imagine if every living human being were exactly the same as an android, with no individual state of realization. Then one would be simply replicating the other. What conversation could one interact with if one was of one mind in the human form? Now let's say you were to step out that matrix and you were to observe the greater who were attuned to that particular frequency. How would you interact with them if they did not have the blueprint to think laterally, multilaterally? Imagine passing what you may consider as your wisdom to a spider via your verbal interchange with that spider in any form, in any way, hear and understand your words. And what if you extended the same to the bee or the flower or the tree? And if the tree, the bee, the spider, the bird was to orate their frequency to you, would you understand? But what if you chose now to extend beyond the human concept of thinking and access an intelligence that is beyond the human interchange? And you were to open that gateway within your intelligence to find beyond the multilateral self. Imagine. And what if you continued to allow that to be developed and refined daily from this moment forward? How would you perceive reality? How would you extend the wisdom in your daily regime to all others who, just like the spider or the bee, would continue along their predestined programming? However caring you may be in wishing to impart the wisdom, could that spider or the bee grasp your intelligence? But what if you found the means to interact with their intelligence at their level and in turn have a deeper understanding of their perspective of reality? Imagine that. Your mind is simply awaiting your influence upon design of realization and exchange and understanding. Imagine how the mind shall find you once you have understood the key to the mind. What sort of life shall you choose to live on this day forward? What sort of life shall you choose to embark upon every moment of every day? Can you sense the thought patterns of others around you? And if I was to send an imprint from my mind in imagery to you at this precise moment, as I am now, what do you perceive? If I was to mentally, telepathically create an image in my mind and send that image to this entire global community, would that impression find you consciously Trust that your mind is constantly scanning all thoughts, all impressions. And if I continue to refine the focus upon that image in my mind and extend it out to whomever is choosing to interact with this practice, will that impression stand out in your mind? Trust that that impression is finding you due to my purposeful intention as I send it out in love. And whatever you choose to replicate shall find you in care of replication and reproduction. Love is the key to awaken to the divine love of all. Imagine spending every moment of one's life refining this natural inner beauty of light and love. Imagine. Comfortably. Imagine that. Whether you choose to sit for 1 minute, 10 minutes, half hour, if your intention is clear and you replicate it, results shall find you to your advantage. Thus, as I continue to send that impression, the butterfly of life, perhaps your mind acknowledges that you allowed yourself to attune to that butterfly in acceptance of light and love, and the freedom that it finds one from that metamorphosis of life. Now lovingly deepen your breath, as always, in the knowing of the knowing of the knowing, that you are, as you are, pure light, in the pool of love, within the ecstasy of the divine bliss of all existence. Now deepen your breath, reclaim your palms, and feel that inner joy as you rub the palms towards each other. Place the palms effortlessly upon the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and skin. And shake away from those arms and that body anything from the past that had in any way caused you misalignment, for you have chosen to find balance and attunement in a prayer position. Until our next practice, Hari Om Tat Sat, in inner peace and love and joy.